So a young person will start at 20, he'll pay only 2,000. Even when you are the executive later on in life, you still continue paying your 2,000.
Yes.
Up to the
It's very cheap.
Yeah, very cheap for you. What I always tell people, the income replacement should be at about 40%. That means 40% of what you used to earn. Although currently you find that what people are getting is like 9% or 10% of what you've accumulated. So if you have accumulated 4 million, you only get 40,000. I always, when I teach the pension, I say that pension is not the most important, as most people think.
I want to now take you to the retirement mantra. I know you have one. You love talking about it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your retirement mantra? You have 7 rules, eh?
Yeah, but 5.
I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So. I always, when I teach the pension, I say that pension is not the most important, as most people think. Because I am a former regulator for more than 16 years. I came up with a number of policies, and now I'm a retired officer. And I'll tell you that some of those policies that I used to put in place don't work in retirement. They don't work. They're just policies, theories you've learned from all over the world, and you apply them. But when you retire, it doesn't become true. So what I always say, I came up with 5 mantras of what is important in retirement. Somebody can add. I say the most important thing is medical cover. So if you find when you reach that age of 60 or already 60 something, most of the time your body and everything, you need that cover. I say I was one of the lucky people for almost 40, 50 years. I was covered by the institutions. But immediately I retired, that thing stopped. So I looked for a medical cover. The advantage I had was having been in the Retirement Benefits Authority, I'd seen what other countries were doing. They came up with a post-retirement medical cover, and I introduced it here in Kenya. I was the first person who got it, to get that post-retirement medical cover. Most Kenyans would not put money there. They put money in matatus and such, and think that will work. So that post-retirement medical cover which we introduced really helped, because it's a one-off cover. I paid it for one-off for life. There are about 5 companies who currently are offering it, and there's nothing wrong talking about Jubilee, APA, ICA, we have UAP and CIC, and the new other companies are coming up after that first introduction. So I was the first person who got the first one. That time it was like you need to put in about 2.5 million, which I did, but that was because I was taking a 5 million cover and a 200,000 cover. But you can take a bronze, which is 500 inpatient, or silver, which is 1 million, or gold, which is 3 million. Okay, the amount to be paid are less, and then you take it. When you're a young person, the repayment is very low. If you take the one I took when you are 20, you only pay 2,000 shillings 700 per month for the next 40 years. After 40 years, you stop paying.
Cover for life.
And then after that, you're covered for life. So mine was a joint with my wife, so we were both covered for life. 5 million inpatient and outpatient 200,000, which we have divided 100. Okay, so that really helped, and I always encourage people to make sure that they have that post-retirement medical cover. Another reason why I took it, I'm a cancer survivor. I had a colon cancer, and in 2006 operated here at the hospital, and I have to go and have that check of a CIA, check with the cancer
continuous
checking and management. So I needed it. Then apart from that, I also got sciatica. This came after retirement, after work. This is work related, where you can't walk and whatever. So I had a spinal surgery at Aga Khan, and that was also paid for by the cover. Yeah. COVID came. I also got COVID.
Do not stop.
But then,
so
I went through a number of things.
Yeah, and, one after the other.
God is great.
Yeah.
So that cover became very handy. So
what you tell anyone listening is they need to start thinking about, and it doesn't matter the age, actually the younger the better.
The younger the better.
Because I think one of the problems we have is that I think I'm too young to start thinking about retirement.
Correct.
But what you are telling us now is that this is the best time, even if I've just started working, to start planning for retirement.
It's the best time, because for myself, when I was taking it, I was almost 59, so I had only 1 year
So it was more expensive.
What I got as my gratuity, I put all of it into my medical cover.
Yes.
So a young person who start at 20, he'll pay only 2,000. Even when you are the executive later on in life, you still continue paying your 2,000.
Yes.
Up to the
it's very cheap.
Very cheap for you.
Yeah.
Not for like somebody, but it doesn't stop anybody at a different age to take it, because at the end of the day you'll need it.
Yes.
Because when you don't have that medical cover, it becomes a very big challenge.
You don't have enough income to pay the high medical bills.
Because you find that when you don't have a cover, even if you have an asset, a car, had friends who are dead, you get sick, you can't turn that car into money or into money immediately. Because if you go to any hospital today, they want the insurance cover. They don't want cash. If you pay cash, anytime you find the cash going down, even if you're in ICU, they come to you and tell you, no, look for another place. But if you are covered, they know they have a limit. So that's number one, is the most important. Number two is liquidity. You need cash, cash which you can buy a few things here and there, because it becomes a big problem that you have been earning a salary. Every month something comes into your account, then it stops. The following month, if you realize you have no cash, then it becomes a very, very big problem to operate without cash.
Doctor, let me tell you, I retired recently on 30th of June. And you see, as usual, equity pays on the 24th of the month.
Correct.
So 24th of July came, and usually you just get an SMS. Cash in.
Cash has landed.
Shock on me.
It's a very big shock.
There was nothing coming. Zero. That's usually a shock for retirees.
It's a very big shock, because for 30, 40 years, every month something lands.
Yeah.
But this time, nothing.
There's nothing that comes.
So if nothing comes,
and life moves on.
It's a big shock.
Yeah.
And nothing has come. You still have some commitments which you are used to. Your life was used to. So it becomes a very big problem. So at least then that's where pension comes in. You need to have a pension. That's so that every month you're able to get something. However small, but at least you say you're also getting something in your account. And I always advise that. That's why it's always try and get some good pension. Currently, the pension returns, if you have about 10 million, you'll also be paid 100,000, which is not much. So it means that you need to save more, even on personal level, to make sure that you have a good pension. At least 20%, 30% of what you used to get. Otherwise, it becomes a very big challenge. So liquidity is number two.
If I may take you back to that issue of liquidity, I was the chair of the Equity Retirement Fund for several years, the chair of the trustees. And one of the things that we used to encourage our staff members and our members was to put in the voluntary additional contributions. So could you talk a little bit about that and the income replacement issue? Yeah,
what I always tell people, the income replacement should be at about 40%. That means 40% of what you used to earn. Although currently you find that what people are getting is like 9% or 10% of what you've accumulated. So if you have accumulated 4 million, you only get 40,000. So you find that maybe you are earning 200,000, 300,000, now you'll only be getting 40. Then you remove the tax and share and SHIP and the rest. It might be very much lower. So the best thing is try and increase your personal contribution. You can do it as within the institution you're in or individual pension plan. And that would really help so that you can build up your pension. So that at the end of the day, you have at least something coming into your account. Because when that cash goes, it's gone.
Wow, that's fine.
So the third thing is basically I always tell people, when you go to retirement, please don't go to retirement with a loan. You will not be able to pay. First of all, your cash has gone. So when you don't get that cash coming in, how will you be paying the loan? You can say you are doing consultancy and the rest. I do consultancies, but you're not paid immediately. Sometimes you are paid after 3 months, 4 months. So you can't be regular, even paying a mortgage or a bank loan.
It's monthly.
Yes. And if you're not able to pay a bank loan even 2-3 months, you lose the property. So it's better you pay all your loans so that you sort of start afresh with nothing. And I always say, if you get your the 1/3 you're going to get from the pension scheme, please just try to clear your loan. So after 50, try to start consolidating and do away with some of the lands that you have, you can sell, so that by the time you leave, you don't have a loan. Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
The
now,
fourth,
go ahead.
The fourth one, I would like maybe to do the film, was basically start at doing something for yourself to keep yourself busy, because you had so much time I mean, at that time, like before, you know, you are waking up, going to work every morning. All of a sudden, you find you're not spending time. You have the time at home. It's not very interesting. So it's always advisable that you try and do something. Okay? I always tell people that men find it very difficult. They want to take their wives to chamas because they have nothing to do or wait for them
They're
there.
so idle.
And very idle. You know, women have a way of doing things and they have groups, but men have challenges. So you want to take them to chamas and wait for them and those kind of things. So get to do something so that, I always say, if you start a business, you want something which you do without pressure, which is easy for you. Or if you wanted to do it, some people wanted to become an artist, do something. Yeah. But finally, which is
Sorry,
most,
before we go to the other one, there's a story I heard about a guy who retired from some office. And the day he retired, the following day, he went to the same office. And I mean, his desk has been given to somebody else. His title has gone. So why do you think that guy was going to the office as usual? And I also hear there's a retirees corner in town, in the CBD of Nairobi, whereby they just go there 8 o'clock as if I'm reporting to work, and then leave at 3 p.m. So why does that happen? And how can people avoid that happening to them?